Up next, we have Grace Romo representing Marine spouses. And our very own, I got a resource for that, Miss Anna Bruner, our Navy spouse. And our veteran and Navy spouse, Miss Nye Cruz. And Air Force, Miss Lori Waddell. And our Army National Guard spouse, Miss Julie Provost. We want to give a special thanks to our sponsors, USAA and Make Me Awesome, for making this happen this year. And now, let's get ready to spill the tea.
Hey everyone, happy Thursday or Friday or whatever day and time it is where you're at. We're ready to spill the tea. Let's get all the conversation starters out here. Maybe. There we go. Hey. Hey,
What's
Anna.
up?
Hi, Jolie. What's up, Nishita?
Nishita.
And our host is somewhere. Sybil, be awake. There she is.
You should have played that song, Dancing in Slow Motion. Let's dance like Sybil.
Oh, and Tiana, I think.
Oh no, Tiana.
The unwilling participant.
Tiana's like, no. Stop it. Put me down. You're in here, y'all.
She looks like she got a haircut. She's having way too much fun with that.
Yes. In like a semi-slow motion. I just want to, you know.
Hey, y'all, it's a party. Come on, let's party. It's 3 a.m. Let's party. All right, go ahead, Grace. I'm sorry, had to party.
So we're talking about why community is important to each one of us. And Sybil has some questions for us to answer. So let's get into it.
I do? I have
You do.
questions?
You do? Well, you told me you do.
Oh, okay, I do. My first question is for Miss Anna. What does community mean? When you think of the word community, what does it mean to you?
A group of people. I guess in an area together. I mean, it doesn't have to be geographic, so you can have our community of spouses. Community is, I guess, however you make it, of individuals. And my kids are banging on the walls and the doors. If you hear banging, that's what's going on. I don't know. The house might come down. We'll see.
Like, let us in.
Yes.
All right.
So that's what it means to me.
That's what it means to you. So, Nishita. Yes, I'm going to pick on you, Nishita.
Yes.
Why is community important to you?
Community is not really that important to me. That's so mean. No, well, community is important because it just helps people to gather together and to have fun and to do things they like to do with like-minded people, or sometimes not like-minded people, but just maybe fun people. And, just have fun and kind of live. Like my local community is my grocer and my, all the people who work in the stores around here. I talk to them all the time. They provide a vital service to our community of people who all live in the same neighborhood. So I would say it's important for people to be social and to look out for each other and things like that. That's what I think.
Good answer. Give her a round of applause, people. All right, Julie. I want you to give me in 5 words why community is important to you. In 5 words, 5 simple words. And then I want you to expound on that. Or actually give me 5 reasons why community.
This is very specific instructions, Julie.
Yes, I'm being very specific today.
Oddly specific.
So not 5 words, but 5 reasons.
5 words.
Why community is important to you.
Having other people around, having other people to help you navigate the area or whatever it is. Not feeling alone. I guess that's the same thing as having people around. But staying busy, because community brings events and get-togethers and all sorts of stuff. And not feeling so alone, because you have others in your community that might understand what you're going through. Is that 5 or 4?
Well, that was more than 5 words, Julie.
Wait, no. Wait, you said 5 reasons.
I said, give me in 5 words. Give me 5 reasons. That's okay.
Well, you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. So.
Oh, that's spicy.
You know what? Bye, Julie.
Wow.
Sybil loves that eject button.
She does. She does. So rude. So rude. You just Sybil at 3 a.m. is just rude.
Rude
and oddly specific.
Sept. Well, yes,
Yeah.
because the reason I'm being specific, and I'm going to skip Grace, because actually I'm going to come back to Grace later. But let me tell you why I'm skipping Grace a little bit. I'm going to let her give you a little preview. But next Thursday, Grace will have the entire hour. Well, not the entire hour. She has to share it with me. But I only have 5 minutes. What I have to say will only take 5 minutes. I'm lying. Y'all know that's a lie. Y'all know I can talk all day. But we're going to be talking about finding your community no matter where the military or life sends you. And that's going to be taking place next Thursday, the 28th. You will need to register. So grab your tickets right now. All right? Right now. Grace, tell them why they need to get their seats right now.
Well, if you don't get it now, then you're not going to get one. You're going to miss out on a really good conversation. Really diving deep into community for ourselves specifically. I will go into detail of what that means for me and a little tidbit, a little hint to get you in the door. Community does not start with people with me. It actually starts with places. And we'll dive into that and how that all lays out into a community at the end of the day. And then, we'll hear Sybil too and what she has to say. But get your seats before there's no more seats left, because you don't want to be left out of the conversation.
Yes. Register now. And that link is right below. You go to our website, millspouseconversations.com, click on events, grab your ticket. Because be there or be what, Anna?
Square, which I don't know if I can make a square shape. Can we make I can't make a square shape with my hands.
Gotta use the loser sound.
It's okay. All right. Hold on real quick, people. because we have to give a special thank you to our Combolicious sponsor, USAA, for helping us make FABulous Conversations possible. So thank you, USAA. Say thank you.
Thank you.
And as you're watching this, give some hearts out to us and to USAA for supporting us. So give some likes, some hearts, say thank you. Hey, tell FABulous Conversations how much you love us. Like we love you. Let us know how we're doing. We want to know. And we need to hear. We need to hear the words if we're doing great or if we suck. Don't tell us we suck.
Don't tell us. We want to know.
Don't tell us we suck.
Well, I mean, you can tell us, but just don't say you suck.
Just be like, here's
If
your
you
room
think-
for improvement.
Say you suck because blah 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 blah.
Right. Let us know so we can work on it. Maybe, possibly, we might work on it. We might not. Because if you say that we suck because I talk too much, yo, good luck. I've been told I talk too much for 46 years. And talking about community, y'all, I have a new community with a crab family.
Okay.
You know, I'm like, hey, let me go build community. And I set out today and talked to some crabs. We had a good old conversation.
Like actual crabs.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. They told me, girl, this is how the conversation went. Girl, welcome to the neighborhood.
That's nice
I was
of
like,
them.
oh, thank you. They told me about all the good shopping, told me where to get some shoes.
Did you drink some of the seawater, Sybil? Did you get some? You swallowed it. Answers.
You know, they wouldn't give me
Answers.
any of their water. They wouldn't share their water with me. I asked for some, and they told me they didn't think it would be healthy.
I don't think I'd want to share water with crabs either.
I mean,
personal
you know, you meet people, you have them over to your house, you offer them a beverage. They told me they didn't invite me into their house,
You
nor
stomped
their
it.
community. But I forced my way in. Sorry. I just had to, have a little bit of fun. Just a little fun.
You mean to tell me there ain't no way?
I like how the segue went from like super serious topics to talking about crabs before. She just like wanted to mess with my brain before she got to my segment. Oh no, I don't know. We never know what we're gonna get. That's for sure. Let's talk about let's talk about some stuff, y'all. There ain't no ways. So I have a few random. Don't put me solo, Sybil. I have a few random different tips and tricks and things that I've seen on social media. So we'll get into one of the first ones is more of an organization and space saving tip. I don't have everything to show you, but I'm going to kind of show you. So bins, boxes, baskets, great way to store stuff, right? You want clear ones, you can see what's in them, you can easily access them. However, not all bins and baskets are the same. So a lot of bins, if you can tell, it has this angle here. If you stack two of them together, you're going to get this big gap in the bottom. And that's going to limit your space inside of a closet. So you want to, and I don't have one here. Well, I have a bin. I have a box. Hold on. you want to get a bin or a box that has straight edges, because you can put those, you can butt them up side by side, and you're going to maximize your space in there. So you won't have all those gaps. You can usually fit one more bin or one more basket, or just have that spacing that you want in between without wasting the space. You can use it for storage. So that's the first one. And that goes for any space. In drawers, if you have little containers, you want them to be straight. If you have closets, you want your baskets to be straight. Anything like that. And then another one, is batteries. So Christmas is coming up. You're gonna need batteries. And I used to just throw my batteries in a junk drawer. I'm guilty of that, and I could never find them, or they're just scattered everywhere, or I don't know. We're never organized. So I suggest you getting yourself a little tackle box, and it can be any size, anything. And what we do is usually in the beginning of the year and like mid-year, we go to Costco when they're on sale and just buy the big packs and stick them in here. We don't have to fight with the packaging. You don't have to fight with the junk drawer. They're just in here. AAA, AA, D, C, whatever you want. Just grab your bin. You know they're always in here. You don't have to go rummaging your whole house for batteries. So get yourself a little battery caddy. That'll save some time. I hate when I'm like in a rush or my kid's screaming and they want their toy to work and I'm like, I don't know where the batteries are. You know, it gets rough. So that's another one. And then another tip is think outside of the box. And what I mean by that is when you have a container or I don't know, just something that you think is cute or you'll utilize, don't think about what's just advertised on the packaging. So for example, this is a pantry container, right? This is for your cereals, for your cookies, for your rice, all this stuff. I use this for my kids' toys. It's easy for them to push, open and close, and it's clear so they can see what's in there. So they have a bunch of these in their room. They have them on a cart. They stack nicely because it's straight. You can fit as many as you want, and it's easy to use. So most people are like, oh, it's for my rice, for my cereal. Why am I going to use that? Use it outside of the box. Here's another example. This is an office caddy, right? It's supposed to be for pens, for all this type of stuff. Don't look at my junk, you guys. This is my junk drawer for my room. And that's another tip, is find a catch-all bin, right? So this is my catch-all bin. Instead of for my pens and all that stuff on my desk, I have this on my nightstand. So at the end of the day, empty pockets, take my clip out of my hair, my jewelry, whatever. This is my catch-all bin. And the next morning when I actually have energy, I can put all my stuff back. So use something that's cute, that goes with your room, your area, your space, to catch it all. So it's not just everywhere. And then my last example for using things outside of the box is this is a what? What is it?
Is it a cookie jar?
It's a cookie jar. I love mushrooms. If you didn't know that, now you know. This is a cookie jar. But, ta-da, there's no cookies. This holds my plastic bags. And you would never know. You really would never know. And so I have two cookie jars because they're just cute, and one holds cookies and one holds bags. But it's just cute ways to decorate your house outside of the box, right? Like you never know there's plastic bags, but I can still decorate my house and have good storage. So just use things that you wouldn't really know would be there. And then my last one, you might want a pen and paper. If you didn't know, now you know. Walmart, Amazon, and Target are having extra deal days besides just Black Friday, and they actually start in October. And so Amazon Prime Days are going to be October 10th and 11th. Walmart will be competing, and it'll be October 9th through the 12th. And then Target is also competing with them, and that's October 1st through the 7th. And they will have competing deals that match up with what Amazon Prime would have. And
now
so,
you're gonna have to like type that somewhere.
You'll have to watch the replay to catch it. Yeah. But so Walmart, October 9th through 12th, Target, October 1st through 7th, Amazon Prime, October 10th through 11th. So you get your Christmas shopping done a little bit early and have some good deals. Hey, buy your batteries.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that for online too, for Walmart and Target?
Yes, online and in stores. So certain things will be available earlier online and then in stores, and then some things will be available only online, not in stores, but there's deals all across.
Because some of us don't have a Walmart or Target.
Yes, I know. So you can shop online. You can go
This
ahead.
sounds like the kind of information that we receive in those emails from FABulous Conversations.
Yeah.
The tea that saves us money if you're a registered email subscriber.
Yes. So sign up for our newsletter.
Just
FABulous
saying.
Conversations. There you go, Anna. I got you. There we go.
Yes, go ahead and give that plug, girl. Go ahead. Tell us about that newsletter.
We need some subscribers.
Yes, go to the website. There are a lot of links that say sign up for our newsletter.
Yep.
And we have a money saving tea newsletter every Monday. It'll hit your inbox. Sunday or Monday. Sometimes I get the times confused.
Yeah, working on time zones. A little more complicated nowadays, but it's all good.
Yes.
I do have one more thing, and this is going to sound so silly, and you guys probably already know, but I saw a video of someone talking about it, and I was like, I don't think I ever thought about this. Okay, when I'm wrapping presents, right, I'm doing it with someone like my sister or whoever, and I'm like, hey, hand me the tape, or hey, cut me a piece of tape because I'm holding down the wrapping, right? Okay, well, this lady, she was like, you don't have to do that. Just stick your thumb in the hole. And I was like, what? Girl, stick your thumb in the hole and you only need one hand to cut your tape. Because you know how usually you're like holding the tape with one hand and then you're cutting the tape and then you're, trying to do it. If you put your thumb through the hole and you're holding your present, you can still cut the tape at the same time. Like, why have I never thought of that? And I don't know how many
I
years.
grew up around old people, so they
Did you know
know
that,
everything.
I don't
Yeah.
know if
that?
I've done it. not knowing
Specifically
I've
there,
done it.
like you could, yes. And it's
Yeah.
not just for that, it's for anything. Like you're holding the tape and you're just like using the tape. But I didn't think of it. I got that from my
I just
grandma
never,
and my aunties.
if I've ever done it, I never realized I've done it until I watched someone else do it. And I was like,
I never thought about why there was a hole in
hello,
the
I
tape.
can do whatever I want with this hand because it's holding the dang thing.
Now, you know what I used to do with the hole? I would put it on either my finger or a pin, usually my finger, and just spin it around.
Roll it? Okay, well, this is a more useful hack than just, a fidget.
That sounds like something Sybil would do.
Yeah, seriously. She'd just be like, woo, while you're wrapping the presents.
While somebody
Yeah.
else is wrapping the presents.
Yeah,
She's over there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's your little, there ain't no way. I had no thought to do that ever. But now that's how I'll be cutting my Scotch tape.
And see, I needed the storage tip because our house, we have no storage. Like closet wise, we don't have closets. We have closet space, but it's not a closet. It's not a regular cutout closet.
Right.
But then, like, even as I'm looking around right now and thinking of our household goods arriving in November, I'm like, we don't have storage. Like, there's nowhere to store things. There's no cabinets, nothing. So I need to get cute bins.
You're gonna have to get creative.
Yeah.
That's how our house was in Italy. We didn't have no real closets. So I just turned a room into a closet for me and my husband. Just a whole room was a closet. That was our closet space. And I had the racks in there, that you hang your clothes on. I just turned it into an actual closet. And then the other rooms we used, like my son, he had, where was his stuff? It was in drawers, in cubicles. So he had cubicles that had the drawers that come in and out. So it's crazy though when they don't have any closets. You have to get real inventive.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I always tell people, just don't. If it was some advice somebody would have gave me before we went to Italy, not Japan so much because we lived in housing, but if we had to live out in town in Japan, it would have been don't take your stuff because they're gonna furnish. You could get the idea of furnished apartments over in other countries is more than our idea. Like you move into a house here, it comes with cabinets, it comes with all that stuff. You move into a house overseas, they build the inside of the house for you. You know, they're like, oh, I want this kind of couch here, I want this, I want that. You can negotiate with them what you want inside the house. And if anybody had gave me some advice, people were telling me, bring your comforter. It's just dumb advice that you don't even need. Bring your this, bring your, no. If somebody had said to me, put all your stuff in storage and just move over there and don't take your stuff, because you have a bunch of American stuff and you're trying to put it into I wish that somebody had gave me that advice. Like, I would have saved so many tears and frustration.
And that is the importance of community right there, right? Because
the community was giving me advice. They were giving me bad advice. Okay.
Okay.
So,
well, still within community, and especially within Male Spouse Conversations community, you receive great advice, or difference of opinions, different experiences. And I think within community, just in general, and I'm not saying this for just military spouses, this is across the board. Whenever you move somewhere, whenever you're looking to expand your knowledge, you seek out community. You seek out other people.
On Google.
Except for Nishida.
Nishida's anti-community.
Just a little bit. Just an introvert. That's all.
It's good for the soul. It's great for your mental health. It is great for. Am I echoing?
Yes.
Or someone's playing me in the background?
It's not me.
You're echoing slightly.
You're echoing.
Oh. How am I echoing? Hello.
It sounds good now. You're good now.
It was my call for community.
See, I'm not anti-community. Not really. I think it's great for people. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's great for the world. That's what I think. I'm not good at participating in the community. I work for the community. I'm good at that. I'm not I'm your neighbor you never see. Like, whoa, she live there? We ain't never see her. You moving? Wait.
Hey, Sybil, can we circle back to your no storage situation real quick? I've been thinking about it. If you don't have an extra bedroom like Nishida did, and you have a bigger living room area or just loft or anything like that, if you can find a wall, 2 walls, a corner wall, and put 2 big shelves and use your cute bins, you can get a really pretty divider wall, like the collapsible divider wall, and just put that in that corner to kind of deviate from people staring at your bins, but you still have like cute design ones, and that will be your storage area, but it would still look closed off and in its own section. So it's kind of like your open-ended storage, but 2 big bookshelves, decorative bins, and then a collapsible wall.
I actually have, it's under my stair. I'll take a picture and send it to you. It's under my stairs. But then it's weird because it's under the stairs, but then it's also a full open space. It's just weird. The design is weird, so I have to show you.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to think, what can I do right here? Because this space, I was going to put Tiana there. I was going to make it Tiana's room.
That's cute.
That'd be cute.
And someone said no.
Oh. Well, it was a cute idea.
I will take a picture and show you. And then I'm going to take you shopping with me. And we're going to go around.
Sounds good. See? The greatness of online community, right? Of internet friends. You can do things.
I do like the internet community. I like that community. I'll be in the internet streets. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be in the comment sections.
Be in the comments.
Oh, I run to the comments. Don't let me see something crazy. I'm like, oh, to the comment. Cackling. Typing.
So, Grace, I'm going to ask you this question. I hear myself echoing again.
It's off and on, but you're good.
Okay. What are reasons it's important to have a strong community?
To have a strong community. Okay, let's talk mill spouse life first. The loneliness rate is sky high, and that plays a gigantic mental factor in your life that can affect, if you're a parent, that can affect the way you're parenting. If you're not, and you're a working person, that can affect your career. But overall, that can just affect you as a person and how you are perceiving life and how you're continuing. And so to have that strong community, that means you have places where you know you can get resources, physically and like emotional support resources. It also gives you a community of people that can help you when you can't help yourself. I think that's very important. I've come into a lot of times where, I mean, I have two kids. One kid needs something and then another kid needs something, and I'm across town and I can't really call anybody. I don't have that community yet. And it dawned on me mentally, it's a hard thing to be like, okay, let me rush and get this kid's needs met, and then let me go get the other kid's needs met, and then where am I, right? Like, where am I in this equation? I'm running around. So having that strong community, I think, is really important for your mental health overall. And like I said before, like, community is not just people, it's places. It's, a church, a store, you can get the things you need to go get, those type of things. See?
Yes. Well, and folks, if you join us Thursday, Grace is going to delve deeper into that.
Yeah, I could definitely dive deeper. I think there's a lot of factors people don't really consider when they think community. And I think in the mill spouse space, you hear community and you think mill spouse events, right? Like bunko nights and blah, 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 blah. But like, it's deeper than that. When you really find that true community, like, it's really deeper. It's a different lifestyle to live, and you kind of depend on yourself mostly, because the service members' lives are random at times. You don't know when their duty is, or their this is, or their that is, and then you're the one that has to mend your schedules. But I'm not gonna say too much because we could talk more about it on Thursday. But that's the mill spouse life. And I think outside of that, I think it's the same thing as far as loneliness. I see it a lot on the internet. Even people who aren't military related, they're lonely. They need mom friends or working friends or just friends to have a cookout with, or to go to an event with, or those type of things. And I think with all the craziness and stress that just our world brings us nowadays, it's very important to have something or someone to lean on, in healthy ways. So communities are a very, very important thing.
Yes, because I will tell you, I have found, and I'm not going to go too much into this, but I have found myself leaning on community more so than ever, like in the last couple of years. And my community looks different for different areas in my life, as well as different life stages. So again, not to go too deep into it, because I am going to talk about it a little bit Thursday, that loneliness, right? Like I had never been lonely or felt lonely before until about 2.5 years ago. And I would talk to the conversation. I'll just be honest. I would talk to the conversation starters. Y'all were great, but y'all didn't understand what I was dealing with at that time. So I had to seek community elsewhere with people who understood where I was. Now, I do think one conversation starter understood me a little more. Because of the situation. Grace, I'm talking about you, and I'm trying not to.
No, I know. You're good. You can say it. It's not a secret.
You said it before. Remember, we had, like, before, you were kind of talking about it before, how you guys had talked to each other. Like, she was like more there for you because of you could talk to her about how you felt about your religion and how you guys bonded. You're just able to just be more like freely talk to her about what you were feeling and stuff, right?
I think Sybil is leaning more towards my mom.
Oh,
I lost my mom. My mom had a brain aneurysm rupture, and she had several mini strokes, and she ended up dying from them after 14 days in the hospital. And so I can relate to seeing that happen and knowing someone going through that and the ups and downs of it. To an extent, of course, that didn't happen to me. It happened to my
that
mom,
makes sense.
but in that same circumstance.
And Sybil's trying not to cry.
Yeah.
Trying to hold it.
We're able to bond, you know, and
Holding the line.
Yeah, and that's community, right? You don't know who's been through what and who can relate to certain things and who can, you know, it's amazing to me to be able to be in conversation with someone who survived that, you know, it's amazing. To see both sides of something that can happen to someone, you know, so, and that's what community brings you.
And I'm trying not to cry.
Sorry, I'll stop talking.
Yeah, because you actually never went that deep before. Like you didn't really explain that.
Yeah, I don't think.
Thank you for sharing. That's a great story.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think on live that's been said, but it brings Sybil and I closer on a different level, going through things. And I think when people branch out and give other people a chance, you know, past the surface level, right? Like sometimes we're like, I don't really think that person's gonna get along with me. Sometimes we judge on looks. Sometimes we judge on how people sound. Sometimes we judge on how people dress. It can be superficial at times, but if you get past that, you have no idea what life has brought them through and how that can affect you. Even if you haven't gone through those things personally, it can have an impact on you one way or another, you know? So I think it's important to just have that conversation with someone and see what opens up.
Yeah, because I will be honest, when my first encounter with Grace was because of something else. And I was like, oh, okay, she seems cool. But I was like, oh, but she's young. Then when you came to Mills Boss Conversations, like she's sweet, but she's young. That's I kept thinking. I was like, but she's so young. And we were talking one day, and I was just having one of my moments, and I was just blatting off with Grace, and she shared with me. And I think we talked for another 2-3 hours after that.
Yeah, at least a few hours.
And you know, I hadn't dismissed Grace, but I was just like, okay, she's young. Like, what do we really have in common here? But Grace has become very special to me, and I appreciate you, Grace. And look,
I appreciate you so much.
you have me saying this.
She done said it, y'all. On live TV. No, it's important.
I don't like the feel.
She'll be thinking about it while she falls back to sleep this morning.
I know it.
No,
What's that?
Across.
When you share your story, like when you share with other people, then you can find those connections, and that's a helpful thing.
Yeah, 1,000%. And it can be like small things, like y'all like the same book, y'all like to eat at the same place, or you both lost someone, or you both whatever, you know.
You're from the same state, even.
Exactly, yeah. Went to the same school, we didn't know each other. Like all kinds of ways you can relate. Like there's millions of ways.
Like this was the most randomest thing, but I went to the dentist once, and the dental hygienist had gone to the same middle school as my dad in California.
What?
Here we are. So random. Like,
it's a small world.
That's so cool. I love moments like that. I think it's so interesting.
Wait, you went where? Like what?
Yeah. You just think of like the millions and millions of people that are out there, you know. Like,
I know. I'm like, what are you doing here? What
yeah. When I'm driving, I don't know if y'all have ever had this thought, but when I'm driving and I see other people, sometimes I'm like, I wonder where they're going. Like they have no idea I exist, you know, but I'm thinking about them and where they're
Are those
going.
NPCs?
You know, like
it's real.
Are they just filler?
Are they just filler? Are they background filler?
Yeah, I really
the
think
wonder,
that.
like,
Yeah, like are they actually driving their cars?
don't
No,
let me
but
see
really,
somebody
like-
doing something weird in a store. I'm like,
Yeah,
are you for real? What are you doing?
you just
Are
never
you a
know.
real person? All
I
right,
know.
hold on, folks. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
Can't hear you.
Spouse resource page.
Oh, now we can.
Now you can. Did y'all know that USAA had a spouse resource page?
I did.
You did? Okay.
But it's probably because I'm subscribed. I'm just
For
saying.
those of you who do not know, they have one, and you can find it at usaa.com/military spouse, or just go to millspouseconversations.com and click on sponsors, and then click on USAA, and it will take you right to their page. Or join our newsletter, and I will provide all the updates right there in our weekly newsletter. Just saying, spilling all that tea all day, every day. Right, guys?
You must be
Right,
doing
right.
a lot of mopping with all that tea. You spilling.
All day, every day. Oh, and we're going to spill some more tea. Like, we're going to change the mood because, hold on.
I've got a resource for that.
No.
I've got a resource for that. I've got a resource for that.
Stop.
I've got a
That's
Anna,
not
it didn't even sound like
Anna,
you.
Anna.
Your voice got like 20 decibels. I got a resource for that.
You had to hear it in the context of the conversation.
She needs that easy button from Staples.
There's always
I know.
that person that's like, got a resource for you. That's where that came from.
So do you have a resource for us, Anna?
As pertains to community. Is it Tiana? I've always tried to be pretty resourceful. I think wherever we've moved, to get involved. I think it all started when we did move overseas to Japan. And like you were talking about, it gets lonely, you know, when you're nowhere near family or anybody that you probably know. So you have to get resourceful with how to be involved and meet people outside of your family or your immediate neighbor or something like that. So there are a lot of resources out there, and it can get overwhelming, but use them, take advantage, and then find the places to go, the things to do. So I would say my resource would be to be resourceful and use what's around you. So like we just moved from Florida back up to Northern Virginia. So I have to get back into finding my new community, because I had my community back there that I found. And so up here, I have to get back involved in the different MilSpouse communities. And it's not like, this is one of those places where you don't necessarily have MilSpouses all around you like you might elsewhere, because it's such a big area. So it's a little harder. So that's why you build different communities. You have the non-MilSpouse community, and so yeah, you have to kind of dig around, and you still want those MilSpouse community friends though, because they know what you're going through. Yes, Sybil.
How about a shoe shopping community?
There you go.
You
Who
in
wants
them
to go
shoes.
shoe shopping?
So I have a specific question. What is your first stop after like a week of being in your new place to find community?
I usually find it like, so in Japan, for instance, I was one of those Facebook, I don't know what you would call it, but not a, like I would read the comments in the different Facebook pages because there were so many of them available. And I would read the comments and see what people were doing. And I would get involved that way, whether it was going to where they, where people said to go and explore, or I would find the events that way. Like I really dug around to try to find the events, whether it was related to our, particular military group that we were with or not. But where we are now, for instance, like I'm not in that setting where it's just with other military families and spouses. I mean, it's the whole of Northern Virginia. So really I get more into like the local events, or DC's right there. So we go up to DC, but there's still the mil-spouse based communities that you can get involved with, which is why I like this one, because you can get online and do it and meet people without having to be in the same exact location. So I love that.
Like, what is this one? Wait a minute. You said that's why you like this one. What's this one?
Mil-spouse Conversations. This one.
Yeah. I was like, wait, this one.
She's all, did I miss something? That's funny.
Yeah, because like you started that one chat group we had there for. Usually, I will say I don't get into the messages, the chat group messages, because it gets overwhelming. But I loved that one because all these spouses were coming in from everywhere, different time zones and everything, and they were like, "Hey, this is what I'm doing today," and I loved that. I loved hearing where they were and what they were doing, and just saying hi to each other. I felt like that was really meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, a little chat group within the group. So
Yeah.
in our main group, Mil-Spouse Conversations on Facebook, you can set up chats within the group, and it's like, just come in, introduce
It's a
yourself.
24/7 hotline where anybody could drop in and be like, "Hey, this is what I'm going through right now. Anybody have a tip or a resource or something?" Or just somebody that hears me and understands,
For sure.
Yeah. And that's what we're about here at Conversations, right? Like, let's have a real conversation. Our events, they are meant for you to have a conversation. You will come and hear something from one of the five of us, and then we will allow time at the end for Q&A. But we also, because this is something that I have been dragging my feet on, Grace, yes, I will say it out loud, I will admit it, is also we started out doing midweek check-ins, which was just the time that you come on Zoom, and it's, how are you doing today? What's going on in your world? It's just a midweek check-in. Just come in, chit-chat. I'll sit there, drink some tea. I'll talk to you because I like to talk, but it's a time for you to just have an open dialogue with whomever else is on. 30 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe 2 hours, just depends. Because we all need someone. I feel like society has gotten to this point where, I don't need anyone. We all need someone. We do.
Outside of your immediate, family surroundings too. Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes my husband doesn't want to listen to me talk. It's all good. It's all good. Hold on.
What if?
Yeah, I have
you
all
wrote
these
a
clips
whole
this
to-do
week.
list, did absolutely nothing on it, still in loungewear, and have 20 minutes to get dinner on the table?
Man, it would be pizza night. That's I would still be in my loungewear. Pizza night.
See how different people's personalities can be? I'm over here like, yes, I was still in loungewear, but you can hear my stove sizzling in the back. So I'm like, I gotta cook something. Like, I can't just order pizza. I gotta cook something. So it was like tonight, it's everybody's different. And like, that's how you find your community, right? Maybe next time I'll just order pizza because Sybil was like, it's fine, have a pizza night, right? Like, you need those influences to kind of get you to just set back sometimes and just enjoy life instead of living life 100 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's the least likely person that you will find. Because I'm gonna say this, y'all. I love y'all. This isn't going to be a tear moment. This is, some of y'all might be like, but everyone on this screen, I'm just gonna say it. And I'm gonna tell Nishita not to punch me in my throat for saying this, but I really, like, if I was just out and about.
I know it's coming.
Y'all wouldn't be y'all's friends.
She said she would have kept walking, y'all. She would have kept walking.
Feel like, nope.
She said that because that's literally how we met. We was just out and about walking our dogs. That's how me and Sybil met.
But I actually did walk past Nishita a few times before because she looked mean. I was like, oh,
that's because she's all like, stay away. I'm like,
I'm not gonna stay away. I'm not thinking about that. I have RBI and I'm not thinking about, oh, this person might be a friend. If I make eye contact, I'll be like, oh, hi, how you doing? But I see Sybil and she's like, I just ignore it because that's not my thing. I'm not like, oh, I need friends. I'm not like that. So it's not on my radar. I have RBI, serious case of it. Yeah. Like I just walk around kind of like, sometimes in the screen, if you see me, I'll be sitting there like that, but it's not on purpose. It's just, it rests like that. And so, I know, but then, I don't know. We were talking to Helen, I would mess with Helen would mess with me. The dogs, then we start talking. So,
because both of y'all have RBI.
We saw each other.
RBF. Both of y'all have RBF. And then Julie.
Oh, RBF. Sorry, I could say I. Maybe because I'm an introvert. I don't know. I know. I rest in that space. I don't know.
And Julie, we've talked about, not from the two of us, but we've had this conversation before.
I don't know what she's gonna say. I'm kind of scared.
I have always wanted to live in California, but I didn't want to meet anyone from California.
Oh, thank goodness.
Wow.
So I would have just been like, oh, she doesn't sound like me.
Like, no,
are you from Cali? I didn't know you were from California, Jolie.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yes. Born and raised. Third generation on my dad's side.
Right. Third generation.
Now, you're talking to us all the time.
Yes, all the time. If I was to see Anna out,
what?
Yeah, Anna. So Anna just smiling all the time. I'd have been like, nope.
Oh, really?
Oh, you hurt her feelings.
Yeah,
do I need to get the RBF?
Anna would have just been like this. Nope. She's too friendly. Nope.
I do see that. I'll smile at people out in town and everything, and they're like, "Hi."
But look at us now. We all talk often.
It's some crabs. It's the crabs. They're trying to come in.
The crabs. They're tapping on your door.
Tana's like, get away from here. Get on away from around my house.
They sidestepped it all the way from the water.
Ugh. Mm-mm. Like, you better get away from here before you end up in the pot.
And look how much fun we have as a community. Like, we're all different. Like, we are all really different individuals. And I'm sitting here thinking right now, if you just saw me out, I'm thinking Grace would probably been like, nah, I'm not talking to her. Cause I'm just like,
Not actually, quite opposite. I saw you before you even knew of me. I saw you at a Milspouse Fest in Cali. I don't know, 20-something. I don't know. It was a long time ago. And I was like, dang, she's cool. Like, she has a vibe. Like, she's out there. I don't know if I would have like wanted to hang out with you necessarily. Like, I don't think I would have been like calling you up. But like, I wanted to meet you. Like, you seem cool. I wanted to like, you know, have you as a contact. I don't know. Like, you were cool. I got that vibe from you. Now, what I would have been like, hey, let's hang out. Let's go shopping. Let's go eat. Probably not. But I don't know.
you wouldn't have made me your shopping hoe.
No, you would have.
Nobody has hoes but you, Sybil.
No, I would have taken you to like Milspouse events. I've been like, hey, I'm going here. You want to come with me? Because like you would be the one talking to everybody, and I could just sit there and be me and not have to talk to anybody because you're doing it, you know. But then I wouldn't be alone because like I brought you. That's the type of person I thought we were gonna be.
You know, I don't talk to people much. I don't really talk when I'm out.
That's not true, You're
I'm an
always telling us
introvert.
about how you're talking to somebody.
Yeah. But I talk.
You just take a minute
when I'm out. People talk.
I'm like,
you were telling us about how you're talking to people in the grocery store.
I don't know how people do that. Like,
The crabs.
that's not how I find my community. I will not be talking to strangers just for the heck of it. Like, no. Sorry.
I talk to people outside. I vibe with it. Like, I am a severe introvert, but I talk to people outside. I'd be like, hey, how you doing? Like, you would not know. Like, even though I have the resting face, once I see somebody, I'll be like, oh, hey, don't let somebody make eye contact. Oh, I'm making jokes in the grocery store. That's my vibe. Like, I talk when I get
It depends on my mood.
I just
like sometimes I'm like, don't talk to me. I'm just here.
Yeah.
Other times it's like, ooh, is someone gonna talk to me today? Like,
Right.
what's happening? What's out there? What's going on?
oh, talk about what's out there. We had a giveaway tonight, and it was very easy to be entered to win. It was leave a comment. But I don't see anyone who left a comment.
This is like the one time there's no comments. What?
Right.
That's
so
crazy.
see, and if you're wondering how to find out how to enter our giveaways, it's from our newsletter. I tell you how to enter.
It seems to me that joining that newsletter is the key to happiness.
It is.
Yeah. And I will also let you know that in addition to doing a giveaway during the show, we do.
Hey, look, we got a comment.
For birthdays. We celebrate a birthday. I love celebrating birthdays. Birthdays are celebration of life. So every month through our newsletter, we have a giveaway. It's either a DoorDash gift card or Grubhub or Amazon. Treat yourself to lunch or dinner. You know, I might have to throw some Talabat gift cards in there. Just saying. For my
For your
Bahrain
Bahrain people.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta tell y'all this real quick. Hopefully she's watching, or she'll come back. Actually, hopefully she'll come back and watch the replay because she's sleeping right now. I went to a meeting today, and it's like
Good job, Sybil.
she's
Good
like,
job.
"Oh, you're Sybil?"
Good job, Sybil. Good job.
And I was a little scared at first. Right. Then I went to the meeting. Is that what you're telling me? Good job for, Julie?
Yes.
Good job, Sybil. Good job. Maybe you should take the advice about community.
I went to an FRG meeting today. I did, and I sat there
That's the
just like
community
this.
of communities right there.
I sat like this. Then I went out to lunch with a lady I met on the rotator coming here. We went out to lunch afterwards. Yes.
Good for you.
See? And we met because we were both trying to get our dog here and was having trouble with the health certificate. And we check in on each other quite often.
You never know.
And we've gone out twice.
There you go.
Ooh.
But and she's going to help me keep my plants alive. See, community.
Is she gonna keep him at her house? 'Cause
Oh, that was wrong.
Shots fired.
pew
Pew pew.
My plant will survive.
They fighting for their life in that house, ain't they?
We need a double plant segment. Make sure they're
Right.
still alive.
No. Don't tell the world. She's a plant murderer.
My whole okay, so back to what I was saying. So this lady, she came over and she said that she started following Millspouse Conversations.
Woo.
And she was excited that I was now on island. So she found us before I got here.
Oh, wow. Good for her. That's awesome.
And we didn't
International.
scare her away because she came up and talked to me. And Angela, you tried to comment, but it kicked you off. Mm-hmm. Angela.
We said convenient.
You leave Angela alone. If she says she tried to comment, she tried to comment. You leave Angela alone.
See, I can mess
Angela
with
comments the
Angela.
most.
I can mess with Angela
Leave Angela.
because Angela is a lovely supporter of
Yes.
Millspouse Conversation. And look, you watching, you can become a buy me a coffee supporter too. And when you support us, you help us continue to grow and reach more folks and make a great, positive, fun impact to the world. Because you're not going to get this anywhere else in this community. You're not. Just going to tell you, you're not going to get it. From the way we look, from our topics, and our wild and free vibes. Okay, I'm going to go. Oh, what her comment was going to be, I want to know if Nashida plays the piano back there. It's fancy.
Oh, yeah. I play that piano back there.
It's her fake background.
I
Your
actually have
house
a
is-
keyboard, though.
Your
It's
house is always so
immaculate,
neat and tidy.
In the same exact precise spot.
Exact position.
Hot
That is
every
not her
time.
house.
That's how organized
Not
I
a
am.
speck of dust.
That's who I am. That's who I am. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is who I
Oh,
am.
Lord. You are funny.
But I do have a
Nashida.
keyboard, and I do. So that's funny.
Mhm.
I'm reteaching myself.
Well, before we go, folks, if you want to continue chatting with us, head over to our website, click that event button, and register for the event on Thursday. It is not streamed live. It is not streamed live. You have to come behind the scenes to get all the good tea. As Grace and I talk to you more about finding your community, no matter where the military or life sends you. All right, folks, and it's time to send us out of here. So we can all go to bed. Everybody going to bed, right? Y'all going to bed?
No, I'm not going to do
I love bed.
Me too.
Right.
And I want to go.
I'm gonna send you out with our event promo so you can see what we are all about. Good night. Thank you, ladies.